Are you considering breast implants or having your breast implants replaced? On August 11th, I had my breast implants removed because I became really sick. I want to share with you a message, and that is the ugly side of breast implants. And if my message can help at least one woman, then putting myself out there and sharing my vulnerability that's not only physical but very emotional will be worth my time. And that is, if you currently have breast implants, do not remove them without removing the capsule. The capsule is the scar tissue that your body naturally makes to protect you from the implant. There are toxic chemicals and metals in implants. If they rupture, those chemicals leak into your body. When you get your breast implants replaced, almost all plastic surgeons will cut the capsule open to remove the old implant, and any substance that's in that capsule that your body was protecting you from will flood into your bloodstream. This is what happened to me. I got my silicone implants replaced last October 13th, 2021. They weren't bothering me. I just thought I needed to get them replaced. I was told I needed to replace them after about 10 years. I originally got them in 2008. I thought I was taking care of my body. Boy, was I wrong. Immediately when I got them replaced, I was in a lot of pain in my chest area. My plastic surgeon put a bigger implant inside of me than what I originally had in 2008. Because another thing that I want to warn you about is breast implants come in any size you want. My plastic surgeon told me they didn't make the size that I originally had or I needed, and they were way too big for my body, which led me into a lot of pain in my breast area. I went back to my plastic surgeon, and the nurse gave me Singulair as she thought it was a capsular contracture forming, which did help soften it, but the pain was always there. I felt like I was in my third week after surgery up until I got them removed 10 months later. But while I was feeling this pain in my chest, I was also developing extremely bad migraine headaches that was too painful to get out of bed or even face light. I couldn't even get through a day without some sort of over-the-counter painkillers. Also, my vision was getting so bad, it felt like somebody had poured oil over my eyes. I used to could read menus or nutrition labels on packages without any problems at all, and it was like all of a sudden my eyesight was gone and I was actually getting really scared. Another thing I was noticing is that when I worked out, it took me so long to recover. What would usually take a day or two until I can go back to the gym after a heavy workout took over a week, sometimes 2 weeks, just to recover from a simple workout. It literally hurt to move my body on a regular basis. I was also experiencing brain fog. I knew something was wrong with my body. Around April of this year, I just could not take the pain anymore in my chest, so I started researching plastic surgeons just to have my implants redone because I didn't want to go back to my original plastic surgeon. But in my search to deal with pain from breast implants, I came across something called Breast Implant Illness, which occurs in all brands of breast implants, including both saline and silicone implants, which is a collection of symptoms that occur in people with breast implants. Symptoms may include fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, dry eyes, or many other health concerns. Symptoms can occur with any type of breast implants and can start immediately after implantation or years later. I joined multiple Facebook groups to learn more about breast implant illness, and there were thousands of women that not only had the same symptoms as I did, but worse. I also joined groups that didn't believe in breast implant illness or had regrets after they removed them, just to help me make the best decision for myself. I always knew and heard breast implants were bad for you, but I just ignored it because they didn't seem to bother me until I had them replaced. What happened to me was when my plastic surgeon cut me open to replace my implants. He cut open that capsule, and all those toxins that capsule was protecting me from leaked into my system. My body reacted immediately, which is why I became so sick so fast. So I chose to have my breast implants completely removed by what is known as an en bloc procedure, where they remove the capsule with the implants inside of the capsule, and they do not remove the implant from the capsule until it's safely out of your body. I chose to go to Dr. Kahn in Novi, Michigan to do my explant. By the way, an en bloc procedure is complicated, so it was important I went to a specialist because they have to cut the capsule with the implants inside off of your rib cage. I just had the implant and capsule removed, and I didn't have a breast lift or any kind of fat grafting or fat transfer. I just wanted to heal in the most natural and safest way possible. Plastic surgeons that don't want you to remove your implants due to breast implant illness, because a lot of them don't believe in it, say that you'll be deformed after surgery. And that is not necessarily true. I could not believe how well I looked the next morning after my surgery. I was expecting the very worst, and I was so scared of what I'll see. I just had the en bloc, and my natural breast size felt amazing. I felt so good. I wanted to wait and give a fair assessment of how I felt, and honestly, I could say that just after a couple of hours after my explant surgery with Dr. Kahn, I could see as clear as day. I went to reach for my prescription, and I could read it without any problems. I started going around the hotel just looking for things to read. I literally could not believe my eyes. My migraines are completely gone. I haven't had not even one. Some people would say that the migraines came from the stress of the pain that I was feeling from my breast implants, but honestly, I had been in a lot more stressful situations than how I was in the last year. My brain fog has gotten a little better, but honestly, I still feel like I have my moments. Just this past September 8th, 2022, the FDA put out a report informing the public about reports of cancers, including squamous cell carcinoma and various lymphomas in the scar tissue, the capsule, that forms around breast implants. The FDA states, under recommendations for people who have or are considering breast implants, if you do not have symptoms, the FDA does not recommend the removal of breast implants because of this safety communication. But I also found out that on October 27th, 2021, last year, just 14 days after I got my implants replaced, the FDA finalized a black box warning for breast implants, the most dangerous label from the FDA. Silicone implants were actually removed from the market in 1992 for 14 years, with lawsuits claiming they leaked and caused connective tissue disorders and cancer. They were put back on the market in 2006. I wish I knew then what I know now. Here's a video of my doctor taking out my implant from my capsule after it was removed from my body. And you will see in this one that there was already a gel bleed and they were only 10 months old.
Implant capsule. And so this is your 310 cc's Allergan style SRM. So you can see there's a small foot on top. If I go and remove this, you can see some of the stickiness that you see. This is the gel bleed in brand new condition, literally. But you can see that one capsule grew on top of the other. She has had two sets. So some areas thicker, some areas thinner.
Plastic surgeons would tell you that it's safe. The capsule will absorb into your body. It does. And so does all the toxins that go along with it. When you take out the trash, don't you throw the garbage bag away too? It's just something to think about. Plastic surgeons are aware of the problems of breast implants and the issues the capsule can cause, which is why they make you sign a waiver outlining all of the medical risks. When you sign that waiver, they protect themselves with your signature at the expense of your body. Otherwise, they can't operate. This isn't a post against plastic surgery. Plastic surgery has served so many people, so I'm not trying to say that. I just want to share my experience of what happened to me with breast implants and replacing breast implants. Look, I get it. I loved my breast implants when I had them, so I do understand why women want them, especially for those women undergoing breast reconstruction from breast cancer. It's not an easy decision to get them in the first place, much less take them out when they give you that extra bit of confidence. But I know what it feels like to be so lethargic and sick that I'm not able to function. And now knowing that they could be causing negative impacts to my health, including cancer risk, I didn't want to wait for something even worse to happen to my body. The fear of going into this alone was unreal. I was the only one in my peer group that had had this done, and I had had my friends ask me if I was going to be scared or if I was making the right decision. Am I going to be deformed? But you know what? I didn't care, because breast implants are not worth it to me anymore. I much prefer my body to be healthy, free of pain, and full of energy, and with smaller breasts that feel great. The message I want to end today with: if you're considering breast implants, do your research. Once you understand what's making you sick, it doesn't matter how you look. You will do anything to get rid of that pain that you're feeling.